Good morning, all of you. So, in the last lecture, we were discussing the factor that is the chemical shifts and the molecular structure. We have seen the different molecules in that how the chemical shift values and the molecular structures are correlated. Now, we can we are here supposed to deal with the general rules to predict the position of signals in NMR spectrum. So that is the delta values, how it varies. And so the simple rules that we are supposed to keep in our mind, if the carbon carries, if the carbon carries more number of more number of hydrogen atoms, hydrogen atoms in equivalent environment, shielding will increase, shielding will increase and requires more external magnetic field to produce H effective, to produce H effective, and thus the chemical shift value, thus the chemical shift value takes place at takes place to upfield or high field or high field or will have lower del values, so here the simple example, more the number of hydrogen if on the present on the carbon, so here the CH3 and here suppose R, more the number of H hydrogens, the del value will be at zero point 0.9. So the methyl protons will show the absorption at a upfield. If the hydrogen atom goes on decreasing, if the number of hydrogen atom decreases, the del value shifts towards 1.3, and if there is only one proton, then the del value is 1.7. And so here this is de-shielded, means the de-shielding goes on increasing from left to right. Here this is the shielded protons. So here the shielding is observed and here the de-shielding is observed. And so in this way, the this is the general rule. If the number of protons are going to be more, the del values will be lower, means value will shift towards the upfield. Then the second, if the electron if the electron withdrawing if the electron withdrawing atoms or groups are present on carbon having proton, on carbon having proton, de-shielding of proton, de-shielding de-shielding of proton increases and chemical shift value it increases, chemical shift value increases or takes place takes place to downfield. So in this way the electron donate withdrawing effect decreases the increases the del value and shifts the absorption to the downfield. So here the example, that is, suppose here C chlorine atom is there, and if only one proton is there, so here the del value will be 3.7 del, when which is greater than when oxygen is attached, the del value is 3.3, and which is greater than nitrogen. So here the del value is 2.5 del. Means what happens? This is chlorine is more electronegative, and so this proton is more de-shielded. Oxygen is less electronegative than chlorine, and so the del value decreases. And nitrogen is still less electronegative, and the del value is again towards a high field, means it is less de-shielded. So the electronegativity factor is operating here. As the number of third, as number of electron withdrawing groups increases, de-shielding increases, and absorption shifts towards a downfield. So here, if the chlorine, so this is your chloroform, this proton is de-shielded, then comes which is more de-shielded than the two chlorine atoms are attached, and which is more than only one chlorine is present, and so this shows the absorption to upfield, and this will show the absorption to the downfield. So in this way, these values of the different protons attached to the different centers or different carbon types of carbon atoms, the del values are going to change. Then the fifth is your aromatic compound, and that we have seen. And in aromatic compounds, the aromatic protons absorbs from 6.5 to 8.5 del, and that is, these are more de-shielded because they are coming in a de-shielding zone. And so we will see the approximate chemical shift values for some protons. Chemical shift values for some protons or some methyl groups, methylene and methine, methylene and methine. So we will see the methyl group when it is attached to the different centers. Then we will see the methylene group, that is the methylene group. This is your CH2 group. Methyl group is your CH3 group, and methine is your CH. When such groups are attached to the different types of the functional groups, what happens? Suppose if the methyl group is attached to a saturated counterpart of the carbon, the del value is 0.9. But if this methyl group is attached to a doubly bonded carbon atom, the del value will shift towards a higher value, means it will be a de-shielding. Methyl group will be de-shielded. In the same way, when this methyl group is attached to a carbonyl group, which is a strongly electron withdrawing group, and so the protons will be more de-shielded, and the absorption will shift to 2.1 del. So these are the del values in parts per million. Then comes your CH3NR2, that is the dialkyl amine. Here the value shift to 2.2 del. When this methyl group is attached to the aromatic ring, the value will shift to 2.3 del. When it is attached to a electronegative bromine, it is 2.7 del. When it is attached to a chlorine, it is 3.1 del. And when this methyl group is attached to directly to the oxygen, it is 3.3 del. So in this way, if this methyl group is being attached to the different types of the groups, the del value goes on shifting from a lower values to the higher values, means indicates that the de-shielding goes on increasing, because these are all strongly electron withdrawing natures. Instead of methyl, the number of protons decreases, and here the methylene group is attached, the value shifts towards the 1.4 del part per million to a lower field. And so in this way, when it is attached to a saturated unsaturated counterpart, it is 2.3 del. Then when this methylene group is attached to a carbonyl group, it shifts the absorption towards 2.4 del, means the value goes on increasing. Means if you go from left to the right, means from methyl to methylene, the value changes from 0.9 to 1.4. And if you have methine, then here it is carbon, the value will be 1.5 del, dels part per million. So here means it goes on shifting towards the, means the de-shielding will go on increasing. So in the same way, here CH2 NR2, here it is 2.5, CH2AR, it is 2.7, CH2Br, then CH2Cl, and CH2O. So here the values shifts towards the higher values. Same is the case here, which is found in this the methane groups. The methane proton, when it is attached to aromatic ring, when it is attached to the bromine, when it is attached to the chlorine, and when it is attached to the oxygen, such type of situation may arise in any one of the molecule or any molecule that is going to be studied, that is 2.6, 2.5, 2.9, here it is 3. It goes on shifting towards the higher del values, means to the downfield, and that is the de-shielding goes on increasing. Then apart from this, the other groups like proton attached to the nitrogen, it is 1 to 3 del parts per million. Then alcoholic OH, it is 1 to 5 depending upon the structure. Then the acetylenic proton 2.5, then the alkene proton, it is at 5.5, aromatic proton, it is 6.5 to 7.3 or 7.5, in between this range. Aldehydic proton will show the absorption at 10 del, and the acidic proton, that is the present in carboxylic acid, it will show between 9 to 12 del part per million. Means these are highly de-shielded protons. And so in this way, with the help of this, we can just predict the different types of protons in a molecule. By using this chart, we can compare, or we can find out the position of the NMR signal in the NMR spectrum of the different molecules. So here we will just have an example, that this CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. So this is a normal butane molecule. How many signals will be obtained? So here, how many kinds of protons are there? So here there are, if you just see that this molecule is symmetrical, and so these 4 protons are same and these 6 protons are same. So here you will get A, and B, B. So 2 signals will be obtained, 2 signals. And these 2 signals, what will be the position of these 2 signals? So the A type of proton, this A protons, that is the CH2 protons, and here the CH2 protons, when it is attached to a saturated counterpart, here it is at 1.4 del. The A type of proton will show the del value that is, and the B type of proton will show the del value that is 0.9 del. So in this way we are supposed to find out, means if it is 0.9 it must be CH3 group, if it is 1.4 it is CH2 group. So CH3 CH2 group you must be able to identify. So now we will see the another example, or on this page only we will just have an example, that is the second CH3O CH2 CH2O CH3. Now see, here we are having again the two types of protons, that is these two methyl groups are same and these two methylene groups are same. So A, when it is attached to the oxygen, so here it is 3.3 del. So A will show A proton, A type of proton, A type of proton will have the del value equal to 3.3 del, and B type of proton will have the del value that is 3.4 del, 3.4 del. So in this way we must be able to identify the types of chemical shift values of the different kinds of protons. So here again we will just go through the different examples. So here there is a aromatic ring, and to this aromatic ring here there is one methyl group, that is here there is one methyl group, means this is a paraxylene, means here how many types of protons are there? Here there are 4 protons. So this is A, B, 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 means A proton, that is A type of proton, that is methyl, these 6 protons which are attached to a aromatic ring, and so when it is attached to a aromatic ring, you will have to take the value that is 2.3 del, 2.3 del. You can just correlate the char, and the B type of protons, that are the aromatic protons, and will show the value around 7.2 del, and so in this way we can get the different signals. So here all these different protons, means first of all we must be able to identify the number of types of protons in a molecule, and then we must be able to assign the signals, or the probable position of the signal can be determined by using this chart. And so in this way now we want to go further, that we are getting all this as a signals on the spectrum. We are going to get all this as the signals with respect to the TMS, that is TMS, and with respect to this all are going to absorb at a downfield, and so here you are going to get the different types of signals, and so these signals are obtained. And so what is the area under the peak, or the proton ratio? The proton ratio can be calculated, and so the next point that we want to discuss, that is the area under the peak, or it is also termed as your proton ratio. So we will continue with this point in the next lecture, and then we want to go for the next point of this topic, that is area under the peak, that is a proton ratio, or the spin coupling, or it is also called as spin splitting. So what is this, that we want to see it in the next lecture. So we will continue with all these points in the next lecture. Thank you very much.